You thought you got rid of us this week?
I wonder if anyone's gonna watch live on YouTube because we're like such a random time and like a random day.
Lunchtime.
So this is like a surprise.
What's going on? Welcome to episode number 65. And this may make no sense if you're listening out of order, but typically we drop new episodes every Wednesday around noon, but we got caught up yesterday with our schedules. And so it's Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to hop on or not. In case you're new to our Uncensored podcast, welcome. Kramer, that's Jess. This is the uncensored version of our show. What does that mean, Jess?
It means it's uncensored.
It is. Thanks, Jess.
It's very like close friends vibes, you know? So please, it is Kramer and Jess, but it's nothing like the radio show. So if there's little ears around, we always give you a 2-minute warning to get them out of the room.
Yep.
It should just be your time. You're just you and your friends just shooting the shit.
So we ended last... Oh, by the way, it's episode 65, so I need to tell you that they didn't want this to happen.
Okay.
I get once every 5.
Okay.
They didn't want this to happen.
Right.
They specifically said...
This specific podcast, this specific duo.
There's no way you're making it to 65, you piece of shit. And they spit on us. They're like, wow, that was aggressive.
It kicked us to the curb.
That was our family that said that.
Oh, shut up. Please, if you are new to the podcast, this is all just, no one said that.
My grandma's final words, Jess.
No one pushed us. No one laid hands on us at all. Don't even worry about it.
Steven, let me tell you.
Yeah, no one said that.
It's not going to happen in your lifetime. 65 episodes with that brown girl.
You will never reach. You will never reach it, and I have never, ever been happier.
You know what's like kind of funny is that my grandma is, she was, 94 when she died, and this was 10 years ago now. So she grew up when things were just different.
Yeah.
And like, towards the end, she really tried her best.
To understand.
And I will say, she really did. She really did try to understand gay, not white people,
any other type of person that's not white.
Yeah, because what happened was our straight white family got real gay and brown fast.
Mm-hmm.
And all of my aunts' kids started marrying different ethnicities that were not white.
Yeah.
And so I remember the first time
because that's where the fuck it's at.
That's
like, what?
So I think, at first she was like, oh,
She's like, okay, nice to meet you.
It probably said something that was
inappropriate.
Just wasn't of the time anymore.
Yeah.
But then you started to see her come around. So my first one is she Filipino? I think she's Filipino. Then my next one married a very Russian woman. Okay. My next one after that, she is, I don't remember. She's some type of brown skin.
Mm-hmm.
And so then my brother, right? So after all that happens, then my brother's like, by the way, I'm gay.
Yeah.
And Granny Yancey really, really did her best. But I can only imagine how weird that must have been. But for so many years, you're told no.
Mm-hmm.
If I was like, Granny, guess what? I'm going to go do a radio show with Jess. The first thing she would probably ask is what is she? What kind of skin color is she? You know, nowadays we don't ask that kind of question.
Yeah.
But I can just imagine Granny Yancey just rolling over in her grave right now, saying 65 episodes.
Yeah, and hearing all the shit, the dumb shit you do.
The dumb shit. That this is my life, Granny.
Yeah.
This is how it turned out. It's fine. Yeah, because we're going to talk about farting today. I will tell you that. Before we get to that, though, I feel bad because we left off last episode with a very dramatic twist. I told you that I thought there was another person that was going to talk shit on us, but more specifically me.
Yeah, you say us, but it's mainly
it's
you.
the situation that Jess would be involved situationally.
No, I'm only a part of it because I'm attached to you.
Yeah.
But am I really the one? No, it's you.
So I got a feeling because this person made a comment that they were going to speak on some drama that felt like it was a situation.
Where was the comment made?
On a podcast. What is that? Who has a podcast anymore?
Y'all are no, I'm just like, y'all.
Bunch of 40-year-olds?
Yeah, y'all. Need to get your shit together. I'm sick of y'all.
So something was said that made it feel like they were going to come after me. And Jess, inadvertently,
No, yeah,
Jess.
I'm there.
She's just there.
I'm
She's
just
attached to the hip, unfortunately. But
yeah, this one's mine. What am I going to do?
You know, like if you had like a drunk parent, you always had like,
Yeah.
That's kind of how Jess feels.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. So, and I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It just didn't happen
But you
this week.
listened though. But you listened to see. Yeah,
The
because
day it dropped, I'm all like, let me get
y'all,
the fucking notepad
y'all
out
are.
and just...
I mean, y'all are one and the same. She probably. I mean, you know, she did it for the clickbait.
Hey, I'm not mad about it.
You can't be mad
I'm
at
not
it.
mad about
You
it.
can't hate the player, hate the game.
Don't you dare come after this precious ego. Oh, I get you.
So you were wrong,
So far.
which is good, and I'm glad that you refrained, because that would have been
Yes.
really shitty if you would have done something stupid, which was
Listen.
unnecessary.
All I want to do
Is start shit.
is start shit. All I want to do is for my
Pure
story.
joy is to start shit. Sincerely,
Not as
Steven
much, man.
Yancey.
I used to love starting shit. Now
You
just-
still
I
love
do a
starting
little
shit.
bit. Not as much as I used to. Think about like back in the day. I would
Mm.
literally wake up every morning, like make a list of all the ways I could start shit before the end of the day, and like I would just come in and just rattle off ideas about all the ways that we could start shit. So it hasn't happened yet. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but just know if it happens, it will be rebuted on this
But
podcast.
it hasn't happened.
Hasn't happened yet.
So we shouldn't even put any energy into it, and we should just move on and mind our own business.
Two things we're going to cover today. Number one, the most awkward, literally in my last 5 years, the most awkward situation I've been in as an adult. Number two is Jess is going to lose a friend today, and we got to figure out which friend we got to get rid of. Okay, like that's basically what it's going to come down to here, because
Yeah.
I ain't money to have enough friends anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, you want to start with farts?
Sure.
Okay. And I honestly, I know we don't get a ton of calls on this podcast, but I really would like to challenge anyone listening. And I don't tell this as a fart joke. I tell this literally as we all know that we're put in uncomfortable situations sometimes. And that embarrassment that you get is like no other feeling that your body can produce, especially when there's nothing you can do about it, right?
Yeah.
What happened yesterday, honest to God, in my adult life, I cannot think of anything that's happened in the last 5 years. The only thing I told Jess on the radio that could have been more embarrassing was if someone saw you naked. That's pretty embarrassing. I've been gassy the last couple of days. Don't know why. I think it's because I'm eating fake sugar right now. That makes me gassy.
What's fake sugar?
Like, not real sugar.
Is that healthy?
Probably
not.
No.
Probably not.
Just trying to get a summer bod, you know what I mean?
But fake sugar?
Yeah, it's like fake sugar. I don't know what it is. It's fine.
Okay.
And I think it's making me gassy. Okay. But as a respectable human, I don't just let it go when it needs to go. You save it for an appropriate time, right?
Yeah.
So I was coming home yesterday.
When you're alone in your car.
It would have been an appropriate time, but it didn't hit me. Now I get home, park in my parking garage, walk into my building. My parking garage, you walk right into the elevator, right? And as I'm in the elevator, I'm like, wow, I'm really gassy. And maybe it's when I stood up, you know. I close the elevator door.
And there's someone in there?
Well, no, I'm by myself.
Oh.
Seems like an appropriate time, right?
Yeah.
Would you have passed gas in that situation if you
you're
had to?
by yourself.
You're by yourself. Nobody else
You're
there.
safe.
Safe place. Would you have passed gas?
I don't know.
Well, that's a good answer because girls don't do that.
Well, no,
What
I
if
don't.
you did?
Well, because I'm like, well, what if someone walks in and then just think it's me? So probably not.
Bro. So I live on I live on the 5th floor. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you that. So I'm in the parking garage, get in the elevator, hit floor 5. Okay, elevator goes up 1 floor, lobby level, fucking stops. Y'all, I had just ripped like the worst.
Ew, 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 ew.
The worst.
Yeah, that's
like,
bad
it was-
because this is from the parking garage, so obviously someone's going to have to get in the elevator with you.
Well, I think I'm going straight up.
No way, there's no way.
Because my elevators,
You're
they're
not the only person
not
that
a ton of
lives-
people. I think I would say 98% of the time,
You go
I
straight
can go
up.
from my parking garage to my unit
Easy.
with no one coming on. It honestly shocks me when it stops on another floor because I'm always like, why is this stopping? Because I'm just so used to going right up to my floor and that's it, right? Because it's not used by there's a lot of different elevators, so it's not like it's the only one. So I feel like it's a safe place. I've rarely ever seen anybody. So I close the door, let it out, right? And it is
Yeah.
like it's not good. It's not a good situation. Elevator goes up, stops, which is now the lobby level.
Yeah.
Door opens. Who is it? My pretty attractive neighbor that lives above me. She's like older. She's like old hot. You know what I mean? She's probably like 55 or something like that. But she's cute. And I fucking panic.
Ew. Did you walk out?
Because I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way to hide this. I'm the only person in the elevator.
Ew.
It's not like I can even you know what I mean?
There's nothing you can
Like,
do.
what do you do? So what do? I get off the elevator.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I do.
Where'd you go? Walk around? Walk in a circle?
I literally walked in a circle.
You dummy.
I walked down the hall, wait till I heard the elevator go,
Yeah.
came back, hit the button, went back upstairs.
That's fucked
When
up.
that door opened up, awful.
Ew. I'm going to throw up. Enough. We're done with
I'm
this.
sorry, but you just have to understand.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was not just like, it was like, holy shit. I'm sorry. I know it's gross. That's why we're not talking about that for you. I didn't have any other option but literally to leave the elevator. Would you have done? I'm just trying to figure out what would you have done? Is there a better option than just to get off the elevator?
No, you have to walk out. There's no way that you can just stand in there.
Because you
next
feel
to
like
her.
if I rode up with her,
It's fucked up.
I'd have to say something, right? Because
Yeah.
it's not just like
All you can do is just walk away
I literally
and accept what you did.
I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Walked right off that goddamn elevator. Just like
No.
it was nothing. Like it was nothing. I really, honest to God, would love to hear a phone call this week that we can play back next week where you had a situation where you passed gas and it became extremely uncomfortable. Because first off, you never know what's going to happen, right? You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you're fine.
Yeah.
It was not a fine situation.
Yeah.
I would love to put it on this podcast of a time where you passed gas and it was extremely unfortunate.
You can remain anonymous.
Absolutely. Our phone number to leave a voicemail, 855-KRAMER-JESS. 855-KRAMER-JESS. Do you have any like embarrassing stories where you let? It's always weird with partners, I feel like. Like when my ex-wife and I always share this story, but anything I really walked away from my marriage having a lot of respect in the 10, 11, 12 years together, never once heard, smelled anything.
Yeah.
No bathroom.
Yeah.
No.
That should have been a red flag for you, because that meant there was a barrier and a wall there.
A trust.
Yeah. So
like a
that
transparency.
that should have been a red flag. Honestly,
it is. Right.
It is. Farting and stuff, and I think it's disgusting and it's truly disrespectful what they've put me through. But I'm so immune to it because my family, all uncles, a bunch of them,
just
all
rip
uncles,
it out.
just rip it out whenever, wherever we are.
Yeah. No
and
big deal.
And it's just something we have to deal with.
So to you, it's just like
farting
whatever.
and snoring. It's just like.
Whatever. It's just no big deal. Do you and Garage have an issue when it comes to is he a gassy individual?
He always apologizes, but it's cute. It's he's like, sorry.
So he'll do it. He'll do it in front of you.
Yeah.
Do you fart in front of him comfortably? Not you won't just fucking.
No, no. But taking a shit or something like that is so socially acceptable in my home and in my circle of friends. It's almost like I'm about to take a shit.
You'll say that. You'll say that.
No, I'm explaining to you what goes on in my world with my family and my friends, right?
Okay.
I got my phone. The phone will be on loud. The fan will be on. We have candles in there. We have baby wipes. We have everything set up because it's just so acceptable for everyone just to if you have to take a shit, then you just go take a shit and it's not weird. And
you don't say it. You're not hey, I'm going to take a shit.
I mean, me personally, no, but do friends or family members, yes.
Your dad would say it to you?
Yeah. Or I mean, and even if
but
I
don't.
do, no, if I'm not gonna announce obviously,
yeah.
But even after I'd be don't go in there. It's a scary scene.
Okay.
And I'll that's how that's which I'm actually
You said it to
thankful.
Garage? You said it to Garage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually thankful for that. It's always been like that in my family and friends, so it's not weird. Especially if you have a group of friends that's staying together. My friends stayed 2 years ago for New Year's Eve. We're drinking, all that kind of shit, and the next day after drinking is the worst. And so no one's embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's not even a thing.
No,
everyone's you know what I'm here to do.
Not this guy. Not this guy. I don't know why it makes me so uncomfortable. I honestly wish as a society we could just normalize it. We'd all be so much happier if we could just normalize body excrementations of any sort, solid or just air,
Yeah.
Here's how bad it'll get. When I have women spend the night, I make them go to the lobby bathroom if they need to do that. But I also give them the same respect. But I'm always are you?
Is that a real thing? That's real.
Swear to God.
If they have to use the lobby bathroom.
You're not going to poop in the. You're not pooping in the condo.
You have multiple bathrooms, though.
It doesn't matter.
You're a psychopath.
I will never look at you the same way.
You're a fucking psychopath, and you're the problem. Just so you know.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree that I'm not the problem, but I also don't know that I'm alone in that theory. So you're telling me if you were single,
that you're a psychopath.
If you were single, you'd poop in a guy's house.
You're not gonna let someone take a shit in your house, and you also expect them to fuck you. You're a fucking ungrateful psychopath.
Think about it.
You think about your shit, dude.
Think about you're single. You're all in a comfortable relationship now.
No, dude.
I'm not going to poop in the house either, though.
I don't give a fuck. If I was single and I was having sex with a guy and if I had to use the bathroom, if you want all
you're
of me,
blow his toilet
then
up.
you're going to fucking get all of me and you better deal with it. Seriously.
You're the only person that feels that way.
You're a joke for
you're
making
the only person
women
that feels that way.
Take the elevator, go to the
you
lobby,
go downstairs.
and use the shit, which
you
is even more
downstairs.
uncomfortable because obviously they're new. Obviously, people who work in the lobby know that they don't fucking live there. So they have to do this like weird, awkward walk into the lobby and use the restroom and then use it in there, which is even scarier because that's not even private because it's like a public restroom. So now they're even more uncomfortable. And then they have to go up to your
You
back
would
to
want
your
to poop
apartment.
at my house. You'd rather poop at my house, honestly?
You're making these people poop in a public restroom than in the safety of a more private situation.
In a home where like things echo.
You suck.
You're telling me. Okay,
I'm telling you
so
that you
picture
suck.
this.
No.
You know, because there hasn't been like a ton of women, okay?
You suck.
But
That's
like,
so shitty.
the few that have, like for example, Miss California, when she would come out.
Red flag,
if
bro.
You're pooping,
you're the red flag.
If you're pooping, you're pooping in the lobby.
There's red flag in the dictionary, and then your face is next to the definition. Literally, you're fucked up for that. I can't believe you fucking do that to people.
YouTube show, how we feeling? We doing good today? Thank you so much for joining. In case you don't know, you can also come watch our Uncensored podcast. We're a little late this week because we just got our schedule thrown off, but typically Wednesdays around 11 East Coast, we do it over here. Lori K is here with us. Tiny T, yeah, good to see you. And Veronica's here with us today. Tiny T says, again, this is why Kramer is still single.
For real, dude. For real.
You honestly would rather poop in my house than go in the lobby?
Dude, here's my thing is like if you're expecting this person to stay the night with you so you'll get naked with this person but you're not going to let them take a shit in the bathroom when the door's shut, you're an asshole.
That's gross.
It's an asshole move on your part.
Marisol says, LOL, I'm with Jess as well. So I think it's cute that you guys are saying this. I don't think you actually mean it. Because I bet Tiny T, Marisol, and Jess are all in relationships and forget the uncomfortability.
No, I'm thinking of the times when I used to hook up with people because that did happen in my life.
Yeah.
In case you forgot, when that happened,
and you would just go poop in the toilet.
Even in like the dating situations, especially because I'll be honest with you, typically during those times, alcohol was involved.
Yes.
And like shit happens. So if you want, and I'm dead ass serious, I just think it's really shitty for a dude to be like, show me your vagina, but you can't take a shit in my fucking apartment. You're an asshole.
For both of our sakes, it's better to do it there. But anyway, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll come back. I'm gonna go take a shit and we'll be right back. Can you imagine if I just took a shit in your house? If I just came over as a friend, you'd be okay with me shitting in your house and just it'd be casual?
Dude, my bathroom is so welcoming for people to take a shit because my home is a safe place for the people that I love.
Commercial break.
You have fucking options. You have candles. You have spray. You are set the fuck up because I'm a good friend.
All right. Jess is going to lose a friend, and we got to figure out which friend should go. And I hate that. I hate it.
Yeah.
But you have to understand, when you live on the opposite side of the country,
decisions have to be made.
You can't. Things change.
Mm-hmm.
Financially, you've got to make some decisions that aren't as easy to make when you live in the same spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when everyone's got shit going on across the country, you can't just, not only is it expensive, but timing-wise, to just like take off every weekend to go to weddings, baby showers, birthday parties, anniversary parties, family functions. Like, you really got to be selective on which ones you're going to, right?
And it's hard.
And even just taking vacation time, because now you've spent so much time going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jessica, fill us in.
So this year, so much is happening in my friend group. There are there's two weddings taking place, and obviously we want to go home for the holidays. And we skipped Christmas last year, and we spent it with Garage Boy's family in Alaska. So this year we need to go home for Christmas. So that's not even question. Like, we have to be home for Christmas this year, right? So now two of our friends are getting married, and one is getting married in October and one is getting married in November. And that's
then the
like
holidays.
And then the holidays, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's like three. If living in a perfect world, that would be 3 trips back to back. And like, how awesome would it be to be able to go home,
Sure.
all of those months and see everybody and be a part of that?
You want to be there for all 3 of them.
We want to be there for all 3 of them, and it's really, really fucking hard to not be a part of those very important moments and milestones in our friends' lives. Obviously, we want to share that with everybody. However, like, just being realistic about the situation financially right now, there's no way that we can make both weddings and the trip home for Christmas, which means most likely we're going to have to pick one wedding.
And you're for sure going home.
For sure going
Let's
home
go ahead
for
and just
Christmas.
so that one's for sure.
So
any way you could not go home for Christmas
I don't know. That's
maybe celebrate with your family while you're there in November. I'm just throwing out options here.
No, there's no way.
Okay,
There's no way. Like, Christmas has to be.
We can afford 2 trips, but we need 3 reasons to go home. We have 3 reasons to go home.
We have 3 reasons to go, and that's the thing. We're not even going home for Thanksgiving because of those trips. So like, we're not going home for summertime, which sucks. Which means like, we're not going home till the end of the year. So that within itself is something that both of us are really struggling with. We're very homesick right now.
Yeah.
So we can't go home during summertime because of things that are happening with our friend situation. So there's 3 reasons, obviously, why we wanted to go home. But like, with flights and everything, dude, especially how expensive it is for the fucking holidays, it's crazy.
Are you not going home this summer because you have to get in that extra? That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. We're going to solve this as a group. Jess has budget for 2 trips, but has 3 reasons to go home in the 4th quarter of 2022.
In the midst of all the holidays.
So take me through these. Let me hear about these weddings.
Yeah.
And let's figure out one's got to go.
Mm-hmm.
So before the end of this podcast, we're going to make this decision. Jessica.
So wedding number 1 would be...
Wedding music.
Yeah. Wedding number 1.
I don't know how to have wedding music. Let's just do love. Okay, here goes wedding number 1, and Jess will pitch this idea to you.
Wedding number 1 loves long walks on the beach, is a Gemini, and I'm kidding. So this friend, and what's really cool about this is both of these friends, both Garage Boy and I know, right? So, which is cool. What's special
That's
about
good,
that?
man. That's also important to know. It's not like one friend over another. You both feel connected to them.
Yeah, we're both connected to them, right? So friend number 1, I went to high school with. We've known each other for a very long time, and Garage Boy and them are actually closer. You know, they've gotten closer over the years.
How do you guys know each other?
I went to high school with friend number 1, and then Garage obviously he met him through mutual friends during high school time.
Okay.
And then when I was in San Diego and Garage moved back from home, they got really close. So like, I would think that's probably one of his like core friends for sure.
Core.
All
right, write that down, core, because that's going to be important when our decision making.
And you know what, too? I'd like to say that he's like, we're really close, but he's definitely like Garage Boy's boy. You know what I mean?
Top 5 best friends?
I'd say top 5 for Garage. Mm-hmm.
Right. For you?
Well, for me, like close friends. For me, I'd say like it's like we're all connected in like the family. You know what I mean? Like we're part of the crew. We're part of the crew here. You know?
Tell me about the relationship of friend A and their person. Is it a good relationship? Are we happy about this? Do we feel positive about them?
No, it's a really good situation. They have like boy talk every single week. They're talking all the time. They're on the group text. Like
I mean like the wedding, the 2 people getting married, your friend and their partner. Like, how do we feel about that relationship?
We're
Is
obsessed.
It solid?
We're obsessed.
Love it.
We love
healthy.
them. Literally
healthy. We see it going a long way.
Like,
all the way.
All the way. Okay. They're fantastic. They've been there for each other and like the hardest of times in their lives. Like one of them lost a parent. The other was like their number 1. Like
so we like them.
We love both of them together, truly. And also both of them are really close to my parents. Back home, my parents are very involved with them. They hang out, right? Like, she's, asking my mom for advice on hair stuff. Like, they're very involved. Every time we come home, they're there at the house. We always do something with them.
I honestly don't know what you can say about friend B to make me feel he shouldn't be at friend A's wedding. So, but let's hear about friend B now.
Friend B, Garage has grown up with friend B since, like, elementary school.
Day one.
Day one. So
how close are they now?
I'd say they don't talk as much as
They're
friend.
not top 5, huh?
Oh, top 5. B is top. This is why this is an issue. Both of these people
top 5s.
are top 5. Both of these people
Garage
are
is
for
known
Garage.
B longer.
B longer. So
Okay.
that's why we're in a really shitty situation
How
right
do
now.
you feel
is
about
like
friend
all
B? What's B?
Well, for me, it's like I respect it because it'd be like me missing my best friend Jarrell's wedding, or me missing my best friend Mary's wedding.
But you're not super close with B.
I think we not like immediate as I am with friend A. No.
Okay.
But I have to respect the like relationship, because it's like when I put myself in that position, like there's no fucking way that I'm missing, like Jarrell and Mary's wedding. There's no way.
Okay.
So there's like, I don't know what
It's
to
tough.
do.
How do we feel about friend B's relationship? Which one do you think would get divorced first if there had to be a divorce?
No.
You have to.
No.
You have to.
No, I can't.
You have to.
I
We have to
won't.
find some differentiating factors
I'm not
here.
putting that into the universe on either one of them, and I would never.
Which
So
one do
move
you think
on.
is the better couple? You have an answer in your head. Say it. Don't.
No, because I don't
back
know.
down now.
But that's not. I think what's not fair is like the reason why I'm conflicted.
Which
in
ones
this
look better on
situation-
Instagram? Which ones look better on your Instagram?
No, listen to me. The reason why I'm fucking
It's hotter.
conflicted is because these are mainly like this is like mainly garages situations,
Yeah,
and I feel
yeah.
like I have to be the bad guy to be like, hey,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to pick one or the other, because we literally, there's no way we can do this. And like, I haven't said anything, and both of us are just like living our lives, like everything's gonna be fine. And I know that he's not gonna be the one to bring it up.
Yeah.
So it's like my responsibility to be like, hey,
Which friend would you rather fuck? Because that's going to decide it for us today. If you had to bone one of them.
But how do I do this? And I just feel like, and there's no way there's not drama here. There's no way there's not drama if you don't. And that's what I hate.
What do you think
I wanna go
Garage
to
would
both
say?
of these.
What do you think Garage would say?
We need to be at both of these weddings.
If I ask Garage this question, if he was on a boat
and he's like,
and
no.
it's sinking,
And he had to save one sinking ship.
one friend, A or B, which one do you think he would save?
I'm not sure, because here's the thing.
Let me tell you who it
more,
is.
More people, because like more of the squad is gonna be at friend A's wedding.
Fuck.
So that's a fucking party. But friend B is like the day one, hardcore day one. So it's just
You
really.
have to go to B's wedding.
Yeah.
You have to go to B's wedding. You can skip A's. I know it's not. It's
But
not
my
what.
parents are gonna be there.
Then they won't be at B.
No. You know what I mean? So it's
You don't.
that's why-
You
that's why it
personally don't
sucks.
care about B as much. Let's just call it that. You don't care about B as much.
I think I have more investment in friend A, just because like literally my fucking parents are gonna be there. So
I think you go to A then. Screw B.
no, but
You can't be at both.
But
Here's
Garage
what you
can't
do.
miss B. I think I'm so conflicted right now. Like, we shouldn't
and
miss
he's,
either.
He's not
They're
in
both
either
important.
of them. He's not in either of the weddings.
No,
So that's good. I think. Here's what I think.
they're both really important.
I think you go to friend A's wedding. While you're there, you set up something really special for you and
Friend B.
B to do. And I think friend B is going to have to understand you can't make both trips. But man, that's going to fuck shit up. You know how I feel about missing weddings.
No, everything's
You
gonna
know
fuck
how I
shit
feel
up.
about, like-
Everything's gonna fuck shit up, and
Like,
and I
that's-
hate it. I just think it's not fair. It's not fair because we don't want to be in this position, and I think that's what sucks right now too. Is like no one that we're close to has moved this far away from home before.
Yeah.
So there's no one there that can be the buffer and be like, y'all don't understand how fucking hard this is.
Because everybody else is like,
we-
why can't you just be
everyone's,
there?
Yeah, everyone's like on that
Does
side
everybody
of the
still live
coast.
there? Everybody still lives pretty
Yeah.
much in Stockton?
Or I mean, there
Surrounding
or
areas?
within like 45 minutes of the vicinity. So that's why it's just like it
YouTube show.
sucks.
Any feedback on that? You've kind of heard the situation, and you can always call too. Listen, we got a
sad.
voicemail going 24/7. 855 Kramer Jess.
Bridge, dude, this is literally gonna make me go broke. I'm gonna have to start a GoFundMe. I'm like literally gonna be out living on these streets. It's so
If you
fucked
can't afford
up.
it, you can't afford it. There's nothing you can do about it.
I know.
I think the best possible option, because here's the thing. If you go to friend B's, you can't, like, it's beyond the point for friend A. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you can't be, okay, while I'm there, we're going to celebrate your wedding. The wedding's over. It's done.
I see.
Friend B, you're still in, like, wedding season.
Yeah.
You celebrate while you're there. You're like, listen, honestly, I wish we could be at both. You have to understand we just can't do it, unfortunately. For us, this is going to be the best option because and have him fucking blame it on you.
That's so fucked
doesn't
up.
Matter. Sometimes you gotta take the bullet.
That's not fair.
Jess, we get a chance to see your family and like all this, and we can celebrate you guys while we're here because we honestly just can't afford to be at both. But you have to give friend B a really good gift.
Yeah. Like
That's
five,
tough.
like 5 things off of their registry.
5 things, not one less than that.
Yeah.
I'd be curious though to find out what you do.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
855 Kramer Jess. You can always hop in the conversation. Mike on our YouTube show says, get married before A and B and see which one goes to yours. That is a genius thing to do.
Yeah.
Which one do you think would be at your wedding in that situation?
Oh, all of them are invited. They both.
But which
there.
one do you think, if they were in that situation, would they pick your wedding, you think?
Wait, you know what? One of them has visited us and the other hasn't.
That's
so
the one.
that's the fucking
Which one
decision.
was it? Which one was it?
Friend B.
It's B.
It's B.
B's
Hands
the
down.
one. Marisol says, Jess should go to friend A's wedding because it sounds like friend B isn't in their lives that much. We've now disproven that point. If friend B came to, you have no excuse now with friend B.
No, I totally forgot that until that came up.
Sorry, friend A, not going to your wedding. There's nothing else you can say now that will make me feel otherwise. It has to be friend B.
Yeah.
Because they came to see
out
you.
here. Yeah.
They made time. They made effort. You can't then go to them and be like, sorry.
No. It's true.
855 Kramer Jess.
He sucks.
Or just don't go to any of them.
I wish there was like a way.
Just zoom me in, baby. Or tell them to get married on the same day. Be like, can't you just call and be like, y'all just combine your wedding? Everybody's going to be there anyway.
I know, same people.
Same people. Save money. All right. There we go. Episode 65. Yes, episode they said would never make it. It's here. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Jess, how do we find you?
At Just Do It, JESSDUITT on all social, and my podcast, Low Key.
I'm that guy Kramer on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining the show. Hopefully you'll check us out on YouTube, or every week we'll have a new episode. Wednesday we're back. I'll tell you upcoming. Yeah, we oh yeah. Right? Wednesday. I mean Tuesday or Wednesday, which one? We're off Monday.
No, yeah.
It's just Thursday, Friday. We done with the radiothon. I'm gonna try to get her on the following week, Mr. Michaela. We got a lot of questions about our future, and there's anyone that's pretty accurate with that stuff, Mr. Michaela, on the next couple of weeks. So
yeah.
All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube. See y'all.